The National Student Financial Aid Scheme, NSFAS, has launched a second fundraising initiative to contribute to the coffers of the scheme. The campaign is in partnership with the SABC Foundation and the Vodacom Foundation. For more on the latest initiative, we cross to our reporter Busisiwe Jemsana. Busisiwe, over to you.
A very good afternoon and welcome to the University of Fort Hare, where NSFAS is launching a campaign to make sure that donors donate to the NSFAS fund to make sure that more students are accommodated. This time around it is different. It is where individuals, corporates can donate by SMSing from their phones to donate to the NSFAS fund in efforts to help the higher education department and NSFAS to make sure that disadvantaged students are not disadvantaged and are not denied access to education. But to tell us more, we are joined by the Deputy Minister of Higher Education, Mr. Busisiwe Jemsana. Say the objectives of launching this campaign here at Fort Hare and in efforts to help students.
Well, this is an initiative by NSFAS, who have partnered with Vodacom Foundation and SABC Foundation to try and get citizens of South Africa involved. Because as we have always been saying, education is a societal issue, and therefore government cannot on its own carry the task of educating the South African populace. But we have to lead from the front, and this is a government entity that saw it fit that within their mandate they should now draw more citizens to participate in and to take interest in the education of African children. And that is what we are here to do, and we applaud NSFAS and the partnership that they've just forged with Vodacom Foundation and SABC Foundation to actually rope in more citizens to play in the space of education through the contributions that they will be making.
The campaign has always been about fees falling. How feasible is it to provide free education for all South Africans?
In our view, it is not feasible to fund or rather to implement free education for all. Our call as the governing party has always been to progressively introduce free education for the poor and those who actually show ability. So on the basis of merit and on the basis of the fact that students come from poor families, they will be funded until undergraduate degree. That is what we are hoping for as this process of a commission is conducting its business. And we hope that obviously they will then advise on how we can actually collect revenue to actually introduce and phase in free education for the poor. But as to whether we can afford, to introduce free education for all South African, from where I'm seated, and I think that's the view of government, I don't think we can be in a position to do. We may not have the money to actually fund all South Africans, but we should strive towards funding the poor, yet students who are actually academically deserving.
Deputy Minister, because of time, we're going to have to leave it there. That was the Deputy Minister of Higher Education, Mr. Busisiwe Jemsana, telling us about the plans to make sure that they fund disadvantaged students. Whilst we were talking off air with him, he mentioned that he was making a call that students, as they protest, as they fight for free education, they must do it in peace and respect other people's rights and respect properties of universities across the country. From us here in Fort Hare, it's back to you in studio.